Welcome back, YouTube. Reality News. We seek, we find, we tell the truth. Today's show, segment 5, Talking Trump with Jay. Will Donald Trump get the peace treaty signed in the Middle East? And is he part of the Great Deception? And the biggest question of them all, will you take the mark of the beast? Reality News starts right now. Welcome back, YouTube. Segment 5, Talking Trump with Jay. We're going to hit on some pretty interesting stuff today. Peace treaty, Great Deception, RFID chip, and how this all comes into play with this new candidate, or this new president, I should say, Donald Trump and his right-hand man, Jared Kushner. Now, there's been many presidents before Donald Trump, and they all claim they can get this peace treaty signed in the Middle East. And it's never been successful. And we had Obama. We always had John Kerry over there trying to work this deal. It was just never. He never could get it done. The difference is here, though. You got Donald Trump and Jared Kushner, both great businessmen, correct?
Yes.
Both are very convincing,
Mm-hmm.
and they make deals. That's what they do.
Deal makers.
They're deal makers. They're deal makers.
Closers, as we like to say.
Let's yeah, you know what? That's even better. Let's say deal closers, because that's what they are. You know, they're the best sales. I like to say, Donald Trump's one of the best salesmen in the world.
Oh yeah.
Now, keep in mind, Jared Kushner though is Jewish.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, and we're talking about getting a Middle East peace treaty signed. And Donald Trump said to Ivanka, his daughter, the night he was selected, not elected, selected, that sorry to steal your husband from you. But Jared Kushner is the one guy, if he can't get it done, then nobody can. And I know we mentioned this in the video before this, but what makes this so eerie to me is where's his business located and what's the address?
666th Fifth Avenue, Manhattan, New York.
Yeah, and that's kind of weird.
Very weird.
And not to mention, he spent 3 times more than what it's worth, $1.8 billion.
Just for the building.
Just to have that building.
Just to have the building for his business. That's all.
And, you know, that's just
well, we shouldn't say that's all, but because we don't know what goes on behind them doors. And do we want to know? Probably not.
Probably not. Probably not. You know, I mean, you know, so it's just kind of really weird that, you know, all that his building is 666 Fifth Avenue, Manhattan or whatever, and Donald Trump just raves and raves on, you know, if he can't get this peace deal done, then nobody can in the Middle East. But it makes you wonder, though, why Jared Kushner? How can he get it done and nobody else before him could?
He knows something we don't know.
He knows a lot that we don't know, probably. But as time goes on, we'll bust it out. We'll expose it like we always do. I mean,
as you say, who knows that Kushner's not making all the decisions and Trump's not.
well, that's what I'm saying.
Sometimes it could be why he knows that he's going to be able to get stuff done.
And you know what? It's a good point you brought up there, because really we don't know. You know what I mean? Because I know Jared Kushner has ties in with George Soros. You know, and they were behind 9/11, and that's another story. But I'm just saying, you know, George Soros is. We know how much blood's on that guy's hands. Okay, I mean, we just know, and it's not good. But supposedly, you know, I was watching YouTube and just reading some things. George Soros is the guy who funded Jared Kushner to get that building for $1.8 billion.
Yeah, and them two.
Well, it's all no good. It's no good.
Them two are not good.
So, you know, and then you got Donald Trump saying about Jared Kushner, if he can't get it done, nobody can.
Praising him. Praising the hell.
So maybe you're right. Maybe Kushner is actually the one who's pulling the strings, calling the shots, and Donald Trump is just the face, as every other president before him was. Moving on. Great Deception. The Great Deception. Okay, we know we're in the Antichrist spirit. We know he's here. I believe. Here's what
everybody knows him. Everybody's seen him before.
And that's
in
my
plain sight.
And that's my thing.
Know him.
Well, they hide everything in plain sight. The Illuminati.
Yeah, that's what they're all about.
The Illuminati, the government. They hide everything in plain sight. And who do they work for? The enemy. Okay, so why would the enemy not hide himself in plain sight, like he does everything else? So, I feel that we all know his name. I feel we all have seen him. He just hasn't revealed himself in this way. I am the Messiah. I am the one who you've waited for. That's who he's gonna. That's how he's gonna come upon the scene.
On that day, I don't know. That's gonna be scary.
Well, the thing is, this all comes with the great deception. Okay, and digging
he
into
does reveal himself.
when he does reveal. Oh yeah,
It's
uh,
gonna be a bad time.
it's gonna be a really bad time. And you know what? And that's what I'm trying to say. You know, along with the great deception, if you follow the Bible and how it goes along with the times we're in, the great deception even says even the elect will be fooled. So the people that's followed Jesus their whole life, followed God their whole life, even those elect,
These will be deceived.
they will be deceived. They will be fooled. So my thing is, you know, well, you say, well, reality news, how is that even possible? Well, first things first, most people worship Jesus on Sunday. And that's not even the Sabbath day. Man has changed that onto Sunday. Actually, Sunday you're worshiping the beast, which is not good.
No.
So, you know,
Pretty much you're
it's-
worse than Satan.
right.
Pretty much.
You're worshiping the enemy. So God said, you know, keep one day holy, which is the Sabbath day, which everybody has been brainwashed into believing the Sabbath was actually on a Sunday, which is not true at all. It's on a Saturday. Get a Hebrew calendar. All the dates are in it that you need to worship Jesus on and what day you would worship him on. And then, you know, along with this, you have coming right behind this is first I believe before any of that happens is the RFID chip.
Yeah.
It's here. Everybody has one. If your name is Bob, Larry, Mary, Gary, Debbie, Tommy, whatever it is, your name is on one.
Yep, just
Waiting to be put
for you
in
to sign it up.
right here.
Boom.
Right here.
And once it's in there,
Oh, there's
there's
no
no coming back from it.
there's no coming back.
It's over.
It's over. I mean, you know, you can cut your hand off, you can cry, you can plead. No, because you've already worshipped the image of the beast.
Yeah. And the thing with that is, if you don't agree to put it in your hand, you're not allowed. You're not gonna be allowed to buy, sell, or trade. So
None of that.
you're pretty much it's either you sign it, put it in your hand, or you're gonna starve. You're gonna go thirsty. I mean,
Well,
you're pretty much not gonna be able to do anything.
nothing. No,
without
you
it.
can't. You
They're
can't do
gonna make
anything.
it to where you can't do anything.
And you know, they make it now to where you can buy these online.
Yeah.
You can buy these online and get them put in yourself.
Put it
Take
in
it
there
to your
willingly.
take it to your nearest piercer. He'll put it in for you, no biggie. But the thing is, when it comes out, they're gonna make it. Right now, it does some things. You know, you can unlock your phone with it. You can unlock your car with it. You can start your motorcycle with it.
You can
They're working on that.
make purchases with it. Or you just
Oh,
stick it
yeah.
in your hand.
Oh yeah, you don't even have to carry
write your
no
receipt in your-
cashless.
So-
Everybody's wanting to go cashless, which is
Mhm.
very scary. But it's just like the next big iPhone that comes out or the next big Samsung. Everybody's got to have the best technology. They got to have the best thing. So what they're going to do is make this thing so big to where you just willingly take it. Just willingly, yeah. You know, and
That's the thing to do.
it's the thing to do. You know, but the thing is, as Christians, we know what happens if we take it. We know. We're not going to see the beautiful heavens. We won't see that because God already said if you take it willingly, then you've already worshipped the beast, the number of the beast, his name, his image. It's not good. So once you get the RFID chip, I believe the Christians that won't take it will. They know. Well, some don't because some still worship on Sunday, which. You know, and I believe they're going to usher this all in at one time, just like 9/11. Nobody seen it coming. Boom! It just happened, and there it was. And that's what you guys have to be ready for is this great deception because before Christ comes the Antichrist. So we're going to see. And you know what? Even though just turn on your TV, or not. Sometimes, or just not. But no, but do. Because. I use TV to, I watch Communist News Network just to catch them on their lies, and I'll come back here and we expose it. Which is whether it's Fox, MSNBC, whoever it is, we expose them people. We expose the Illuminati. We expose the Rothschilds, George Soros, all of them.
Yeah, you kind of gotta watch both sides, just so you can you could
Well,
decipher the good from the bad.
Well, the thing
That's
is,
why we watch the CNN.
well, I watch CNN too because it they lie a lot, and well, and the thing is,
you just sit there and just like, well,
yeah,
you know better than that.
Yeah, I mean,
everybody else doesn't, but
and I'm here. I'm not trying to beat up on Trump. I'm really not because I really wanted to like the guy too a lot. I thought he was going to come in and do great things, but if you stay up with CNN and all that or Fox or whatever, all they're doing is bashing Trump, and it sounds like that's all we're doing too. But really, we're not bashing Trump. We're really exposing Trump for who he is and what he is.
I mean, we want him to do good. I mean, he is our president.
Oh yeah,
we wouldn't want to.
I want him to
not do good.
Right. I mean,
for our country.
I just wish that that's just a whole nother story on the CNN thing. But I watch it because it does, tell me where we're at sometimes in the Bible prophecy. Like when Trump did come on CNN and said, like I said earlier to Ivanka, sorry to steal your husband, but if Jared Kushner can't get a peace deal in the Middle East, then nobody can. So, and they throw little hints out like that. And, before, just a few years ago when they talked about the New World Order, it was hush hush.
Mm-hmm.
They didn't want nobody to know, so they just boom, hit him with it.
Besides Bush, he just came out and said it.
Senior.
He didn't care.
Oh yeah,
Yeah, Bush Senior.
Bush Senior did.
Yeah.
And well, the same thing is, I'd go through the channels and like Fox and SNBC, CNN, Communist News Network, and all that, and I mean they'll straight up tell you, Trump and his New World Order. So my thing is, people, they're not hiding this stuff at all anymore. They're not hiding it at all, and that should literally scare the hell out of you. And if it doesn't, then you're more asleep than I thought. This Facebook Live murder thing, which we hit on that before. Now, they're getting ready to nuke us, North Korea, I'm sorry. And they want to put fear in all these people like, oh my God, they're going to nuke South. And then all of a sudden they just come in, sidetrack you with this Steve Stevens guy that did a murder, and they never found him. Though they found him dead. But nobody, I mean, look.
That was just a little weird to me to begin with.
But look, man, if you tried to go missing, if you try to take yourself and go missing, it's not going to happen. It's not going to work. With technology they have today,
right?
It's not
They
going to
got
work.
cameras on every single block.
Everywhere. Everywhere.
And the car's known. I mean, they got the license plate. It's the exact same car.
Did you see the guy who drove the car? Because it wasn't him.
Yeah, he was on the passenger side, by the way.
Because it wasn't him. So who's the accomplice?
Passenger.
Who's the accomplice driving the car?
Yeah, I mean, they knew that he was on the passenger side. I mean, they're detectives. They're trained to find this type of stuff out. It's in plain sight. He got out of the passenger side during the shooting. Before the shooting.
I don't want to hit on this too long, so I just want to. You're telling me that, not you, but I'm saying CNN. You're telling me that this guy got out of the passenger seat, walked up and shot the guy, come back in the passenger seat, shot the video, saying I really messed up today. I killed 15 people. And then got back out and got in the driver's seat, and nobody ever seen anything. That's what you're telling me? Anyway, but that's the world we're living in. It's the great deception. They're deceiving you. They're lying to you. They're throwing you all different which ways, so you can't follow this stuff. That's what they're doing. And then next thing you know, they're going to do the same thing with the RFID chip. So we're going to leave you on this note. We're going to go into segment 6. Get to know Jesus Christ. He's the only way. He's the truth. He's the way. He's the life. If you don't know him, get to know him. He'll accept you right now, today. Okay? Because we're in some bad times. We are in the end times. And just don't be deceived. Don't be fooled about what all they're talking about today. Because it's coming quicker than you can ever imagine. You've been watching Reality News. Talking Trump with Jay. Stay tuned for segment 6.